What is up, guys? How's it going? And welcome back to Marvel Storytime. It's been a couple of weeks since our last video on Marvel, so we've got quite a few rumours to get through. It is honestly seems to all just be rumours at this point, but there's some very exciting things in here if they do turn out to be true. First thing up, I would say probably the most important one would be the fact that Deadpool and Wolverine is going to be introducing the concept of it's like variants that are essential to their universe or their multiverse. It's going to be one superhero or could be one person in every single universe that if they are taken out of the universe or they are killed, that universe would cease to exist. It's it's a concept that Marvel have briefly dealt with in terms of like saying about Nexus beings or hinting at it in WandaVision. Obviously Wanda herself would be a Nexus being, and at the time it was obviously hinted that Kang was a Nexus being but it was more in line with that means that person looks the same in every universe. So Wanda, all of the universes Wanda's would be Elizabeth Olsen, and obviously Kang would all be Jonathan Majors up until now. Obviously Marvel are going to have to rewrite that rule, but this one is literally every chosen universe has a chosen hero, and if they perish, that is it. There is also rumours coming out since that the MCU's one hero is Spider-Man. That if that turns out to be true, that's a very risky play because we all know how Sony is. Like Sony could throw all their toys into the pram at any moment and just stop Tom Holland's Spider-Man being in the MCU. So if they establish him as a universe-breaking character and then they have to stop using him, that's going to be a hard thing to explain away. But I do actually think it's a good idea having that set rule, because I think we all know Secret Wars Part 2 is going to be Battleworld, and we know that there is going to be certain heroes that lose on Battleworld, probably from different universes, but that could mean that their universe could die, but they could stick around and join the MCU. I essentially think Battleworlds is going to be just a recruiting service for heroes that maybe the MCU has lost, or new characters that they haven't brought in. I think a full-blown X-Men team, a new X-Men team will be brought in from the end of Battleworlds to the MCU, probably from a fallen universe. I think it's a very good idea. I think we'll end up probably with a new Iron Man and after Battleworld as well, so obviously an Iron Man from another universe who is essential will take that part. Another bit of the big news was that Avengers 5 might be changed to... There's two conflicting reports. Both are strong rumours, but both are not going to be true. The first one, at Avengers 5, could end up being like a cosmic Avengers film. That is simply down to the fact that they announced three cancelled projects for sure. That is Ant-Man 4, The Marvels 3, or Captain Marvel 3, and The Eternals. I said in my last video that wasn't a shock at all about what Bob Iger would cancel all three of those films. I think money wise it is smart to cancel them. Apparently Kevin Feige wanted to go even bigger and more expensive with Eternals. It wouldn't make the money. People are dead set in their ways about how they feel about Eternals. It would not make the money, so that is probably a good decision. But rumours since are stating that the Eternals story could continue in either animated form, as a TV show, which I actually don't think is a bad idea, or we could get a Cosmic Avengers event where the likes of the Eternals team up with maybe a Captain Marvel, maybe the new Guardians of the Galaxy team, just possibly Nova, because his project is being heavily discussed. Now apparently we've near enough got confirmation it's still going ahead, and that will actually be one of the things we talk about in a minute. So I would really like to see that. I think that just including a team like the Guardians in there will guarantee it'll make its money, but then how much will a film like that cost to produce? Because I know Bob Iger isn't keen on making £200 million or dollar plus films anymore. He wants guaranteed return, and like as a businessman that's completely understandable. Eternals I just don't think is a big money spinner. I just don't. I think if they did it at Cosmic Avengers project and it was focused a lot on the Eternals, people might be a bit turned off by that. But from a story standpoint, if you're going to complete the Eternal story where the first film left off, the cliffhanger of them being judged by the Celestials, and along with Harry Styles coming in at the end in the post-credit scene, if you want to address them storylines and not just leave them hanging there, it probably does have to be in a team-up movie with a more established franchise, because we'll never see Eternals 2, so anyway we can just see the end of that story is probably a positive. The other rumour for the Avengers 5 is that it could potentially be turned into a World War Hulk story. Now, this is a confusing one, because obviously World War Hulk was just spoken about as the next Hulk movie, as the first MCU Hulk movie. But obviously getting the distribution rights from, I think it's Warner Brothers, has been a nightmare. They can't seem to do it. They can't seem to get that wriggle room, because a Hulk movie with Mark Ruffalo will make money. It is guaranteed to make money, but they just can't get them right. So doing World War Hulk tied up with an Avengers title, that could be a good workaround, but it also means that it'll probably be a lot closer to the World War Hulk story from the comics, where in the comics it was the Illuminati. They shipped Hulk off to obviously Sakaar. We've obviously done that part of the story in the MCU, and then Hulk wasn't able to stop his wife and his son dying, and his son didn't die. But the MCU has skipped a lot of that. They've already got his son in the MCU. Like, Sakaar's fine, like all that, but it would probably be a case of angry Hulk returning, Smart Hulk being no more, which we all do want, and then the Avengers not being able to stop him. Maybe something has triggered him. Maybe he goes Wordbreaker Hulk. That would be pretty cool. But or maybe it could even just be another Hulk threat. Obviously we're getting Red Hulk in Captain America Brave New World. Maybe the serum gets out and affects more people. It could just be a big massive Hulk battle royale. You could also have She-Hulk in there too, trying to calm down her cousin. But I don't think they would do it justice, the World War Hulk storyline. I would love to see it, don't get me wrong. I think it would have been better as a standalone film as opposed to an Avengers film. But anyway, we can get Mark Ruffalo back as Angry Hulk. I'm all for, no matter what. Next thing is obviously we discussed the cancelled projects. Bob Iger seemingly confirmed 3 of the guaranteed cancelled projects. Obviously was Ant-Man 4, The Marvels 3, and good old Eternals 2. Like, you can't blame him. Like, it's completely understandable. In terms of making money, the sequels to all them films aren't going to do it. Like, MCU fans now are pretty much at a stage where if you fail them once, if you bring out a really bad film once, even if it's like an established franchise, that they're not going to give you the benefit of the doubt on the next movie, because a cinema ticket nowadays is too much money to be not getting guaranteed success. And then when you know it's coming to Disney Plus in 60 to 90 days that you're already paying for, why would you spend your money on a cinema ticket unless it's absolutely an unbelievable film? The next one is one I'm actually very happy about. It is being heavily reported that Kang will remain the main villain of Avengers 5 and 6, quite possibly with another villain in tow. Now, obviously people can guess all the what that other villain will be. Doctor Doom. I don't want to see Doctor Doom rushed. There is rumours saying they're going to introduce Doctor Doom in the post-credits scene of Fantastic Four. But then, if the rumours about Fantastic Four is it's set in a different universe, it's like in the multiverse, but they will obviously either be recruited by the TVA to join the MCU team, or they'll lose in Battle World and be the MCU's Fantastic Four. If that's the case, would the post-credit scene not be introducing another universe's Doctor Doom? And then does he also come over to the MCU? He's obviously not going to get recruited unless he's recruited to join the Avengers to fight Kang, and then he obviously double crosses the Avengers. A little bit of a twist on the Secret Wars comic, where he obviously was helping Kang and then betrayed him. That would be pretty cool to see, but I want to see Doctor Doom get the respect he deserves and be built up over an entire phase, not to be shoehorned in over the course of a couple of films, a couple of post-credit scenes. I really want Doctor Doom to get everything he deserves, but I am happy that they are keeping Kang, without Jonathan Majors obviously, but keeping Kang as the main villain for 5 and 6, because this whole phase has been all about him. And no matter what you think of Jonathan Majors in Ant-Man Quantumania, he was good in that movie. Did the script absolutely screw him over by having him lose to a bunch of ants? And then Ant-Man and the Wasp? Yes, of course. But Jonathan Majors still put in a very good performance, and he was fantastic in Loki Season 2 as well, and Season 1 in the finale. So, just whatever actor takes over, if they can replicate anything sort of that intensity and bring it to their version of Kang, we're still in for an unbelievable Avengers film. And the last thing on my little bit of paper here is Ryan Gosling has apparently agreed a deal to join the MCU in an unspecified role. It's very similar to the news we obviously got about Henry Cavill a couple of weeks ago. People have been speculating about what he could be. I think it's no coincidence that we sort of got confirmation that there will still be a Nova project, and Ryan Gosling has joined the MCU in the same space of the same couple of weeks. I think Ryan Gosling would make a fantastic Nova. It's the only real big role I could see him playing in the MCU. But then in my head, because the Marvel roles and the high caliber of actor don't always match, I think Ryan Gosling at this stage might be too big for Nova, because even though Nova ends up being a massive part in the comics, the MCU is not going to make Nova a massive priority in the MCU. In Avengers films, he's not going to be one of the leaders. He's not going to get a lot of screen time compared to some other characters that they've been building since Phase 1. It's just a case of, is Ryan Gosling too big now for Nova? Could he maybe be a Ghost Rider? There's also rumours that Ghost Rider is going to be one of the very few movies that they actually start a new franchise with, because Bob Iger does not want to be taking risks. So a Ghost Rider film series is coming, apparently, definitely. Could Ryan Gosling be Ghost Rider? I think he could do it. Like, obviously, he's coming off the success of Barbie and all, and like people have got that in their heads of Ken. He's Ken, but Ryan Gosling's a very good actor, and I think he could definitely do a Ghost Rider. I would love to see him be Ghost Rider. I'm going to put that out there as my prediction, that Ryan Gosling will be Ghost Rider, along with my prediction before that Henry Cavill will be Cyclops. So there's my two, I'm putting it out there. I know there was actually rumours as well that Henry Cavill is definitely going to be a Wolverine variant in Deadpool and Wolverine. I think that's a brilliant idea, I think that's hilarious, but people think that will lead to Henry Cavill being the MCU's Wolverine. That is something I'm not as keen on. I think, as I said, Henry Cavill would have been great as Cyclops, because I want to see Cyclops be a main character. We're seeing now with X-Men 97 how badass Cyclops is, so that's what we want. That's the respect we want on Cyclops' name. Do I want to see see Henry Cavill as Wolverine, which basically guarantees that Wolverine's going to be the face of the new X-Men? No, I don't. I want to see Henry Cavill as someone who's going to bring another character up. I don't want to see Wolverine being the face of the MCU X-Men. I just don't want to see it. I think if it had been a couple of years ago, I would have rather have seen like Taron Egerton or something as Wolverine. Heck, I'm even on the boat that I wouldn't mind seeing Daniel Radcliffe as it, because the height, the stature, the intensity they can bring to a role, they'd be perfect for it. So it'll be interesting to see, but my predictions are still Ryan Gosling as Ghost Rider and Henry Cavill as Cyclops. I think that would be the best for the universe. But that seems to be all the rumours anyway, guys. It hasn't been a bad setup doing an episode every couple of weeks. It gives me plenty to talk about. But if you're still here, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment that down below, guys. Anything you're excited about. I'm really enjoying this series. I love talking about Marvel stuff. So just keep up the support, guys, and I shall see you on the next one.